Before you tell a story, the first thing I want you to think about is, how do I create curiosity? Because here's the truth. Curiosity is a storyteller's best friend. Before you jump into a story, you ask a you-focused question on the front end of a story. A you-focused question means the word you is in the question. Here's how this works. I'm going to tap into your world with a question, and then I'm going to bring you into my world with a story. So as I'm sitting down, instead of me jumping in and saying, let me tell you a story about this, I'm going to say, has this ever happened to you? And they're like, oh my gosh, all the time. It's interesting because boom, and now you're right with me in that story. I want to physically place you in the scene so that you can start to picture it and see it, because I want you to relive it. By simply saying, if you had been there when, or imagine being here, I'm engaging you in a co-creation process. This is why when you read a book, sometimes you're disappointed in the movie because the vision in your mind is different, right? You're like, that's stupid. Jack Reacher is way taller than Tom Cruise. Like, why did they cast? That doesn't even make sense. Like, how does Tom Cruise fight all these guys? Or whatever the situation is, right? So I'm going to place you in the scene by just saying, imagine being here, right? Imagine this situation. Simple technique, but it makes a world of difference. Third technique is this. I want you to reinforce relatability. You reinforce relatability by having a conversational tone in the way that you speak. You throw it back on the audience. You say things like, do you know what I mean? Have you ever felt that before? I don't know what you would do in this situation, but I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've been doing this the entire time that I've been speaking. Have you noticed? Do you see how I just did it right there? Do you see how I just did it again? Right? The truth is, I don't speak differently to one person than I do to 1,000. Now, when I ask those questions, if you're one-on-one and sitting down with a couple or whatever it is at a door, you're going to have back and forth. And in this situation, I'm not going to have as much dialogue back and forth, but I'm still going to ask those questions and give pause for you to think about it, because I want that engagement.